My name is Pierce Moriarty, and I'm a junior at UW-Eau Claire, and I'm a communications major. And here's my story. I grew up in a Christian home with two loving parents, and I went to church every Sunday and youth group every Wednesday. But I never really understood what a relationship with God really was. Um, and I relied on going to church and went in youth group on Wednesday just to satisfy the Christian thing in my life. And throughout high school, I had just kind of fallen away from that and really looked to other things for my identity. Um, I wanted to be the best at sports. I wanted to have as many friends as I could. I wanted to be known as the funny guy that everybody loved. And that's really where I wanted that satisfaction. Um, but my sophomore year in high school, I just experienced like this really deep sadness and emptiness that I guess I couldn't explain. On the outside, my life looked great. I had a loving family. I had friends, and I was good at sports, and so it looked like I should have had it all together, but I didn't, and I didn't know why, and it was just really frustrating. And I was really good at putting on like the positive face, so people didn't see what was wrong with me. And so I guess not a whole lot of people knew that. And my junior year in high school, I actually wrote a suicide note to my family. And I never intended to act on it, but it was just like a way to cope with how I was feeling and put my thoughts into words on paper to try to make myself feel better. Um, and that just kind of continued throughout high school. And going into college, God was like the last thing on my mind. I wasn't looking for a Christian, an on campus ministry or a church or anything like that. Um, but I just wanted to fulfill my life and um, enjoy the college experience. And the first weekend in college, I was introduced to the party scene and ended up going to parties. And short after, that's where my identity was. And I was known as the guy that went out and got drunk every weekend. And um, if someone got too drunk, my friends would look at that person and say, "Oh, he got pierced" and stuff like that. And so I guess I just had a lot of um, satisfaction in the fact that that's how I was known, and people liked me because of that. But yet that empty feeling kept coming back and kept coming back, and I tried to fill it with all these different things. And I ended up dating this girl, and we got sexually involved, and there still was that feeling of emptiness and dissatisfaction in my life. Um, and then I met this guy named Matt Kolatz who helped me understand that there really was more out there, that you don't have to try to fill your void in your life with all these different things, but that the only satisfaction comes from God. He helped me understand really that you know as humans we are sinful people, and so we experience those kinds of things. But until you place your faith and trust in Christ's death on the cross, um, you won't experience that true intimate relationship with God that He wants from each one of us. And it's just a daily thing that it's like a human relationship where the more you spend time with them, the more you get to know them, the more you just trust them, and the more impact they have on your life. And he just helped me understand that. And I wish I could say that my life has been perfect ever since. And I've experienced those times of sadness and anxiety and stuff, and but it's helped me understand that there's way more out there to live for. That there's just a greater hope, and that God is above everything else. So that's my story. Thanks for listening.